we hail from that, our ancestors hail from that part of India, which is known as the Ghazipur and Gorakhpur. Well, her ancestors, her forefathers came from Gorakhpur and mine came from Ghazipur, not very far, the same area in the eastern part of UP. But most of our people who are here in Mauritius, who are of Indian origin, they are mainly from Bihar. And coming from Bihar, of course, they speak mainly Bhojpuri. I don't know how many of you here speak Bhojpuri. So they speak Bhojpuri. Because you see, this was the part of India where many people could come and work in our cane fields in the old days, way back in 1835. When I say 1835, that was the day when the first Indian immigrants came to Mauritius, soon after the abolition of slavery. But those who came to Mauritius in those days worked in the cane fields like slaves, dawn to dusk, under difficult conditions. Well, this is history, this is the past. I won't go to dwell too much on that because this is finished. We have got our independence since 1968, and for your information, I was one of those in 1967-68 who fought for the independence of our country. So we had at that time a brilliant doctor who led us to independence by the name of Sir Siusaga Ramgoolam. I know his name is well known also in India. And after him, we have had another Prime Minister who is today the President of Mauritius, Sir Anirudh Chagnat. Now he is now the President, and he became the next Prime Minister of Sir Siusaga. And today it is the son of the former, of the first Prime Minister, Navin Chandra Ramgoolam, who is the Prime Minister of Mauritius. And our people have made of this country what it is today through hard work. A lot of hard work and sufferings in the past, and this country is today prosperous. Now, the link, the cooperation, the travel between India and Mauritius is only recent. Our sisters, I told you, came in 1835, but this exchange of people between India and Mauritius is recent, soon after independence. And we want to maintain this link. We want to do that for the rest of our life, for the rest of our generations and just to come, to go closer and closer to India. Not because India is becoming a giant nowadays in the economic field, but because we feel that we have this Indianness in our blood. We are of India. We see you are various parts of India, but your roots are the same in India. The fact of the matter is that whoever we are, whether we are from North India, from South India, from East India, from West India, we are people of one country, of one motherland, which is India. And we consider India also as our motherland too. We have maintained this, what you call the umbilical link between India and Mauritius. You see, and this goes on and on. I know many of you here are businessmen, and of course, the doors of our country are wide open for you, those who want to invest in Mauritius and to do business with us. But you should know that lots of our people, whether we import our clothes, our saris, our spices, our rice and flour and this and that, whatever, dal and so on, all come from India. See, from the days when our ancestors came here. We eat chapati, we eat like you, we eat curry, but not the same type of curry or rice that you may eat in India. See, we try to the best of our ability to try to be Indian too in our food. I hope the food you are having very soon will be to your taste, but it will be very modest compared to what you have in your great country. So, India, as I told you, is a country which we look up to as our motherland, as Mother India, and I think this will continue for generations to come. It is natural, it's already too natural that it should be so. And we are trying to promote that to the best of our ability. And besides people like yourself, or senior citizens, we also have people known as GoPU. Now what is GoPU? The GoPU is an organization set up by people who live outside India. It is the global organization of people of Indian origin Now, for the time being, headquarters is in Mauritius, and the president is a Mauritian, and someone from Malaysia, who's the general, and we meet very often either in Mauritius or one of the countries of the Indian Ocean, be it Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Singapore, and other countries, or Radio Island next door to us. So we promote this exchange of people between Gopio and India. And what is more interesting for you to know is that the Indian government have decided since quite some time to grant a card, a green card, to people of Indian origin. It's called the green card or the PIO card, whereby people like myself, both my wife and myself, I don't know whether Mrs. Verma has got this card, don't have got this card yet, but we have got the card already because we have proved that we are people from India. Our ancestors came from India with all the documents we produced. So with that card, I can go to India anytime without any visa. I don't need to have a visa. So I can go there, I can buy a flat there, but I cannot buy a land. I mean, agricultural land is not allowed. I can buy a flat, I can have it. I can buy a home, I can buy a car, and live there as long as I want. And if I have got young children, I can go to the school or university like an Indian child. You can study in schools. So these are privileges that the Indian government has given to us now. Now you also have NRIs, but here you don't have many NRIs. Most NRIs, the non-resident Indians, are mostly in the Middle East, the Gulf countries, or in America or in UK. So these are different type of people. They are non-resident Indians. They are Indians, they're still Indian, their passport is Indian, but they don't live in India. In our case, it's different. You see, we are born here, we live here. Our ancestors came from India, but we are Mauritians. So we have two types of Indians abroad, the PIOs and the NRIs. So we are PIOs, you see. And with this kind of facility now given by India, we feel more and more Indian now. And most of our people go on holiday, not only on holiday to India, but also for medical treatment. We are told you have got very, very good hospitals like the Apollo Hospital and other hospitals in South India, where many Mauritians now go for treatment there. Of course, it costs some money, but nevertheless, you have got very, very good health service. And in the field of trade and commerce, I think for the time being, it's almost a one-way traffic mostly. We import more from India than India imports from us. India imports very little from us, but we import a lot from India. And this is good, because we need, being Indian origin, we need the Indian type of food, the spices, the saris and salwar, and dupatta, and whatever the ladies wear. So we all get from India at a very good price. So you are most welcome as senior citizens. I don't know how many of you have been to Mauritius before, but the leader of the delegation, he came here in 2002 when we first met. I was just elected president, and he was there in the delegation. I opened a seminar, and he came again as I was acting president. And here again, I met him, and with other delegates who were here. And a couple of weeks ago, I think there was another group which came from India. They were well received. More, I think, is to come, thanks to Mrs. Verma and his organization. Well, the only thing I can tell you is that you are most welcome and you are at home here. Thank you. So we have a president and a vice president like in India, and the government here, I must tell you, the government in Mauritius, from the top of the people of Mauritius are of Indian origin. 70%, which is quite a lot. 3/4 or more of this country. So here we are. So thank you for coming to see us. Have a nice time. Enjoy yourself. And
यहाँ पर जो हमने देखा है अतिथि सत्कार, विश्व के साथ अति महत्वपूर्ण व्यवहार, आज़ाद शस्त्रों की तरह है ये देश। सभी जाति धर्मों और वर्गों के भाई बहन साथ साथ रहते हैं, रीति और त्योहारों को साथ साथ मनाते हैं। क्या और कोई भी ऐसा देश है जहाँ विश्व में ऐसा आचरण होता है? कम से कम मेरी जानकारी में नहीं है, अगर है तो मेरा ज्ञान वर्धन कीजिए। सौभाग्य दिवस चिकित्सा से
Happy to honor the memorandum of understanding that has been established some time back by the Ministry of Social Security and Respect Age International. I'm happy that we are keeping to the contents of the memorandum, and you have the chance to visit Mauritius once more. I think it's the third visit, fourth visit over here, so that's very good. I need to thank you. Last year, it was just after the general election here, an invitation was extended to me to be with you, I think in Agra, for the international, September last year, for the international conference that we put up. But soon after election, it was not so easy to move out from the ministry, because I was just fixed in the Ministry for Social Security. But I did request our High Commissioner, Mrs. Kanavadi Dwaka from Delhi, to attend with a special message of mine, and the message was delivered. I had a few pictures and photos of the program there sent to me.
And women and with their carpets. This is a curtain for this.
Nice souvenir, nice present, nice gift. All sharing gifts, so that's for you. Okay?
I already thought we have a lot to learn from
One more.